Hello and welcome back to another HTML Heroes production. Today we introduce to you Tile Slide Mastermind. Tile Slide Mastermind is a web-based puzzle game featuring two challenging variations, the 15 tile puzzle and the 8 tile puzzle, where players slide numbered tiles to arrange them in the correct order. Our leader for this project is Kiki, who will be presenting our PowerPoint slides. We also have Natanya and Ozma, who will be running a demo on the game. And finally, my name is India Jackson, and I am the mastermind behind the shuffle logic. Please enjoy the retro video game background images and the music as you attempt to become a tile slide master.
Welcome to our 15Puzzle presentation by India Jackson, Kiki Ajibade, Asma Seda, and Natanya Tedla. The problem for this project was to design a 15Puzzle game. This is a web-based sliding puzzle game with a 4x4 grid with each puzzle piece numbered from 1 to 15. The game is played by rearranging the puzzle pieces from a shuffled state until all puzzle pieces are arranged in ascending order. Therefore, our goal for this game is to design an efficient working game system that will ensure that each puzzle piece is numbered from 1 to 15, shuffle the puzzle, allow users to play the game by moving pieces around, and finally, check if the game has been moved. Requirements. For this project, we needed a background image broken into chunks and used as a puzzle piece. We also needed to guarantee that the puzzle was solvable by making sure that the shuffle algorithm, which rearranges the puzzle to be played, does not generate unsolvable states. Lastly, we had to make sure that the puzzle pieces next to an empty state would move when clicked. Languages used. For this project, we use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. JavaScript was used to design the game's functionality and interactivity, like the game's logic, the shuffling, and the effects, while HTML was used to create the structure and layout of the game, like the grids, buttons, and overlay. Finally, we used CSS for visuals and styling the layout. For this project, we implemented 5 extra features. We added an end-of-game notification for when the game is won, and also added an extra congratulations trophy animation. We also added a music file and a timer and a counter function to record the time elapsed and count the number of moves used during the game, and displayed them at the end of the game notification. We also added 5 different backgrounds for different puzzles, and we also added a different puzzle size, which is the 3x3 puzzle size. Lastly, we added a slide animation to the tiles when clicked. Scrum Framework. The Scrum Framework helped us in so many ways. First, it helped us to increase our productivity. Since we were able to break down the project into smaller chunks, it allowed us to delegate the tasks more efficiently and kept us more focused on our individual tasks. As a result, increased our productivity. It helped us better our communication. We had meetings and discussions every day concerning the project, and we were able to give proper feedback to each other on what needed to be changed and discuss upcoming tasks. Finally, it helped us to increase our motivation. The Scrum frameworks allowed us to stay motivated on the tasks because we knew what we had to do and how each of our tasks and parts had contributed to the final project. This is our game page. First, it shows the slide, the description of the puzzle, the 15Puzzle here, it describes it, and also lists a list of all our extra features, like the congratulation animation, the slide when the tiles are clicked, the timer and the move counter, the sound, the playing sound, and the ability to choose multiple backgrounds, and also a link to our 3x3 version of the game. And this is the 3x3 version of the game. This is the regular version. On the regular version on the main page, we have a button to play music and to stop the music. We also have 5 different puzzles with different backgrounds on the game over here. And we also have a timer and a move counter to count the amount of moves and the time it took to complete the game. And underneath the puzzle grid here, we have a reset button that reshuffles the game at any time during the game. The puzzle function. We have 5 different puzzle selections for our game with a different background. Each puzzle function sets up a puzzle configuration which first clears the game area and then creates the grid and cell for the game. It then assigns a number to each cell in ascending order from 1 to 15. After setting up the initial puzzle order, which is in ascending order, it waits 2 seconds, then shuffles the puzzle for players to play the game. Our shuffle implementation. This is our shuffle function that randomly moves puzzle pieces to the game to put the game in a playable state. And how does it work? First, the game.remove attribute class stops all sliding animation or the ability for users to move the pieces. Then the state variable is set to 0, meaning the game is not active. And then a loop is set to perform 150 random moves to shuffle the puzzle. The shuffling occurs by choosing a random adjacent cell next to the empty cell. Then the move number cell to empty swaps the positions of the adjacent cell with the empty cell and continues to do this for 150 times. This ensures that the puzzle is shuffled in a random order. Now we have the move number cell to empty function. The move number cell to empty function is responsible for moving a number cell or a non-empty cell to the empty cell. The function is used when shuffling the game and when the player clicks a number cell. The function takes 2 parameters, cell and playing or shuffling. Cell indicates that the cell that is clicked when the player are playing the game, or the selected cell during the shuffling process. The playing or shuffling parameter is to indicate whether the function is being called during gameplay or during shuffling. And how does it work? First, the function checks if the selected cell is an empty cell, and if it is not an empty cell, the getEmptyAdjacentCell, if exists, is used to find an empty adjacent cell to the selected cell. If an empty cell is found, the selected cell can move that to that empty cell position by swapping their styles and IDs of both cells. Lastly, we have the check solve state function, which checks if all puzzle pieces are in the correct order and the player has successfully solved the puzzle. The function first checks if the empty cell is in the correct position, which is supposed to be at the bottom right of the grid. If the empty cell is in the correct position, it checks all other number cells to see if they're also in the correct position, using the loop. If all the other number cells are in the correct position, it shows the end of game notification and the extra congratulations animation. Now I will present the demo. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Asma.
My name is Natanya.
And welcome to our second project, the 15Puzzle. The 15Puzzle is also known as a 15Puzzle, is similar to the 8Puzzle, but slightly more complex. It is played on a 4x4 grid with 15 numbered tiles on one empty space. The tiles are shuffled and the objective is to slide the tiles into an empty space to rearrange them into their original order. The goal is to have the tiles arranged from 1 to 15, with the empty space in the last position.
This game includes the following features. When you click on a tile, you would see a slide transition from the the tile that you just clicked on into this empty space adjacent to it. When you pick a puzzle, your timer will start and your moves will be tracked using a counter. When you click play sound, which is that button right over there, you will be able to hear some old school retro gaming music. And you can also choose from multiple background photos to match. You can try the 8 puzzle if you're having too much difficulty with the 15 puzzle, which has the same thing except with just 8 pieces instead of 15.
So, to get started, the first extra features we have is the slide animation tiles when clicked. So as you can see, the slide animation changes when you click on it.
Alright, the next of the features that we have included is we have a timer when you start playing the puzzle. So as you can see right here, the timer is tracking how long it takes me to complete the puzzle, as well as we have a tracker that counts how many moves you do as you... Another one of the features included in our game here is a play sound feature. So using this button right here, you can listen to some old school retro gaming music while you complete the puzzle, as so. And that feature allows to bring some excitement and brings the adrenaline up as you play the game, making you feel a bit rushed as you try to get the puzzle done on time. And of course, you can always stop the sound as just shown with this button right here.
Perfect. The next feature is the multiple background options. So we have Arthur Morgan, Chan Lee, Mario, Link, and Mega Man as the extra background images that you can choose from. The last one is that we've added a different size puzzle. If the 15 size one is too hard for you, the 8 puzzle works very well, much the same, but it's a little bit easier. With the same background image options, you can also play the 8 puzzle, which is the different size puzzle extra feature.
And with that, that is almost all of the features we've included in our project. You will see the end of game notification that is included at the end when you watch these demos of us playing. And that's that. Thank you so much for watching our video, and we really hope you enjoyed playing our game.